In this video, I'm going to explain to you why your manifestations are not manifesting, how to select the one that are actually going to manifest, and how to actually do this in a record speed. Because manifestation is working, you just don't know actually how it works. First piece of the puzzle, it is in my previous video, I'm gonna link it here, about the missing ingredient that is necessary for you to manifest anything, and it's a journey and it's a thing called fate. But in order for you to get to that fate, there are some things that you have to understand, because you can only manifest what you are conscious of being. So the trick is, guys, is the thing that you want is always somewhere there and it's never manifesting, because whatever you want to manifest, it needs to be in your conscious awareness 24/7. And how can you do this, and plus to have this faith and all of it, the things that I just mentioned on the beginning, and how you select and how you make sure that your next step is gonna manifest. Most of the things that are not manifesting are because you haven't select the right thing, what is the next step. And for this, I'm gonna remind you on something that you're gonna find the example in your own life. And it is that you have to remember sometime, whatever that was it money, was it whatever, when you something really needed, you really needed something to happen, you need to have a certain money, so you need to have certain thing, you needed to have something done. And it was done. Why it was done? Because that was the only thing that you could think about. And you have been waking up with that thing and lying down with that thing. That is the level of you being consciously aware in this present time. And so how are you going to select a thing that's gonna bring you that kind of state with excitement, that's gonna be then backed up with faith? You have to do the steps that I'm gonna encourage you now to do. So for example, if there is a money that you want to manifest, you're never manifesting this money because it's always going away, because you have to see past that. It's not about the money. It's about why you need this money, okay? And you want to go past that, and you have to, in your creation, you go to this place where you already have. So you put yourself in this state where you have all of this money, and then what do? You already have all this money, and then from that point of view, what is the first thing, or the whole period, the whole era, what would you do from this point? This is what is gonna take the blinds off you and actually put them straight, how they need to, the blinders on, because it's gonna show it to you, it's gonna reveal it to you, what is that actually that you want, because you don't want money, you want what is past the money. And so what are you doing when you already have this money? You focus on that thing. And make sure, that from where you are while selecting that next thing, make sure that where you are, this is your next exciting, next logical step, and the next more exciting step. So because all of this creation, I don't care what they teach you, it's subconscious bullshit. all of it needs to be done in the conscious mind. Conscious mind, you need to give it a reason, you have to give it a da-da-da. This is exactly, why you need it, how you need it, da-da-da-da-da. And then it's gonna be, you're gonna be juiced up in this creation, because this is your next step. And this is the next thing, and you're going past this money, because that's where you already doing this thing, that you would do after you have this money. And you're going to see, when you look from that perspective, you're going to be like, man, it's not even at all what I've thought. But because your goal was reaching the money, you were blind. And you manifesting money just for the sake of manifesting money, it's never going to happen. It's like you chasing your own tail. And because, you need to get juiced up, and when you are looking, and so you went into this, you first go into this imagination state, right? And really, convincing yourself you have all this money, and now what do you do? And this is where you're going to see exactly who you are, what do you want, and what is the next logical step. What is the next most exciting thing? From where are you standing? It has to be logical. It has to be something, okay, and this is from where you're going to be able to actually see clearly, and your mind is not going to contradict itself, like when you are standing in front of the mirror and doing the affirmations, lying to yourself. I never done that in my whole life. I don't meditate. You don't need to meditate, because meditation is only to bring you clarity of what you want. And this is a kind of the way that's gonna, because you need to have a clarity about what is that actually that you want. And you can only have this clarity from the place that you already have it. You already have the money, that you think that, I need the money so that I can do this and that. No, when you put yourself on a place where you already have the money or whatever, because for most people it's money, or having that thing already, and then from their point of view ask yourself, what do I do now? What would I do every day from now on? How will this year look like? What is exactly the next thing that I would do? What is going to be the next thing that I would focus on? Right? Because it needs to be the next logical step that your conscious mind can believe it. It has to be excited so that you can get obsessive about it. Because remember how before, when you needed something, for God's sake, you need it and you made it happen. You don't know how, when there is a deadline or whatever, like things are done. You don't even know how. This is how. Because conscious mind is the God itself. The conscious mind, the light mind, I always bang about the conscious mind. Acknowledge yourself most of the time, many times as you can, is the light mind. That's like, this is a God, right? And then also awareness is God. So this journey and this manifesting and all these things is how much, it's all about how much more can you be consciously aware. That's the secret. Because the more consciously aware you are, you don't go sleep, indulge, close your eyes, push, suppress. The more that you are consciously aware, you are operating from the God self. So easy, right? So the name of the game, for how long in certain intervals, in certain length, how much more, what is the length that you can stay consciously aware with your creation, your excitement, when you're going to, like, you want this. So what you need, and you want this thing so much that you cannot think about anything else. That thing, no way, is not gonna, that thing, it has no way, it has no other chance but to manifest. You cannot think about anything else. I remember when I was trying to embark on the cruise ships, it was mission impossibile. That's what everyone else told me. That's what all my other realities they were showing to me. I didn't have money, didn't have connection, I did, like never know where embark from where I was, but it was so impossible. From the moment that I've decided, I was 6 months later on the ship that I wanted to be, on the company that I wanted to be. I even got the money, I've got the connections, I got all of it. Bang, in 6 months I was on the cruise line that I choose to be. I was the only one from the 40 people that were in a class where I went for some a sailor's school for a couple of weeks, to get some paperwork done in Montenegro back in the days. And interesting that those are the same energies that we are embarking now for the next couple of months, because it's again this fiery Mercury retrograde in firing signs. I'm going to be talking about that. But anyways, I was the only one out of the 40 people from that class, and everyone was laughing to me like, no way you're gonna, no way, Jose, that you're gonna be able to, embark on this company, because it was like, everyone wants to get to the company. I did, because that's the only thing that I could think about. That was my next logical step. That was, my way out. That was my way, for me to find, the roof above my head. That was the way for me to travel the world. That was the way for me to make something out of myself. That was the way for me, to, step into the unknown and start doing something, making something out of me, because, just the position where I was at the time and whatever, it was, really a hard life. And that was for me the solution, that was for me the next logical step. And that logical step, 6 years later, brought me here and, manifested my real twin flame, right? Many people are talking about the twin flames. I don't know one person yet to the date that is actually living, what me and my twin have, So everything I preach is what I live. And, here I'm going to be teaching you, and also I'm doing something in the background. I'm just going to say it here so that that I have this proof later on what I'm doing. I don't know when is that going to be published, but here I want to leave the crumbs for you to actually understand what is going to manifest, something that you really need, something that is next logical step, something that you are keeping in your conscious mind. Because what is the manifestation? Manifestation is you fully living that thing. You are already that thing. It's not like, like Maya, I've done my 5 minutes meditation and I've done my affirmation and I've done, every third day, my visualization. So why I'm not manifesting? This is why you're not manifesting, because you're probably chasing your own tail, and you haven't selected that next thing that's going to be really, really exciting for you. Like for me, it was like, oh my God, I have to go on the cruise ships. I have to go, and I went. Like everything came to me, money, people, connections, the company, all of it. I didn't have any of it. But I was obsessed. If you never read the book Think and Grow Rich, it's about, I read it 20 years ago. It's about being obsessed about that thing. When they say like, I'm gonna build my business part-time, like there is no success unless you're obsessed with that thing, like your whole energy. Because manifesting is you changing. So everything is consciousness. God is consciousness. And now you are in this world. I'm little Maya here that can only think about, I live here, this is my background, I have this account, that account, this is my union. That's how they said, like contained consciousness, state of consciousness. And in order for me to be consciously aware of this kind of consciousness that I want to create, I have to be here almost 24/7. And that bridge that I talk about, this video that I'm going to post it here, my previous video about this faith, and how you're going to stay on that track. So this actually, so that you don't fall back, and that you can actually embark in this new place of consciousness, because everything is consciousness itself. And you just have to hold long enough, hard enough. It needs to be exciting. It's going to be natural for you. Oh my God. All the time doing the research about this thing, and how, what you're going to be obsessed with the thing. This is how, and there is a next thing for you, because you're a natural creator, and you have to just have to, shift this point of view to actually figure it out what that thing is for you. Once you find that thing, like for me, the solution was the cruise ship. Obviously, I was spot on, because, right, I traveled the whole world. That expanded me even more. I, got all the codes all around the world. This is how I met my husband. This is why I'm here. This is why you can see my face, right? And I knew that was the next logical step, for me to leave, all the past behind, and start something new, because that's what I wanted. That was my next logical step, me creating the new life. Okay, so you really need to be excited about it, and you have to find this proof in your life that something that you really, really wanted, because you really, really figured it, you identified the thing. This is why it came to pass, because you have been obsessed, because it was in your conscious awareness all the freaking time. This is how it's done. It's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna dream it once in a blue moon, but you have to embody that, and then to do all the things along those lines that you can do. For example, what I've just done for my pond group. So I recorded them a track, with my Egyptian bowl that produces the sound of love, frequency of love, because so many other things, everything is out there, is tainted. The frequencies, I don't allow any other frequencies in my mind. I don't listen to the music. I don't do that, because I know what that does. And so for you, if you're not part of the pond group, that's fine. You can record yourself, chanting, for example, on your audio recorder, and you repeating that thing, like what we done in your treasure chest, and the previous videos that I'm gonna link them here. And it's about you chanting like, I am that thing, really visualizing and preparing your mind, conditioning your mind with those chants, like I'm laughing. People are chanting someone else's chants that, someone invented, I don't know, 200 years ago. You don't even know what they mean, but you are learning them and chanting because they're meant to give you some benefit. No, create your own chants, like I created for my pond group, like I am faith, I am love, I am abundance, I'm all these things, and with this frequency of love, that's the only thing that I can offer to you, because I don't know what else there is tampered with. I don't want to have any part of it. It's my voice, it's my bowl. That's what I know. It's real. Otherwise, I wouldn't create anything with the meditation, whatever. If nothing, create it in your own voice that you can play to yourself when you're going to bed, and visualizing every night when you go to bed. You should be lying in that place to where you want to wake up in a conscious. And it's really about how much more can you have faith, and for what is that period of time, that length that you can be consciously aware of these things, entertain these things, work from that, because if this is your next thing that okay, this is where I'm going to be, you're going to be already talking from that place. You're going to be placing things in your life from that place, thinking from that place. I'm already this person. I already have all these things. And now I'm just now, it's a matter of time when all these things I'm going to fully meet my creation, so I can play with it, smell it, taste it, touch it, lie in it, whatever, whatever it is. And in the meantime, you have to have this faith, and you have to use the tools that are going to help you, not harm you, like kind of these things that you are chanting to yourself, like I am this, really, and, having this throughout the day. How much more can you be conscious about it? This is how much faster it's gonna come. It cannot not come. Just remember one, like when you really wanted something, you made it happen. You don't even know how, like the odds, they were like 1 in a million, but you've done it because of these things, because you have been obsessed with that. That's what Think and Grow Rich, obsessed about it. So, so for how long can you stay fully awake in one go before you falling, again into your unconscious, where you actually live, the control center, because the control center is your light mind. It's God here, right? And this is why you have to heal. This is why you have to, because like you closing eyes here and you closing eye here, you're not living your truth. Your words are not congruent. For me, it's easy. I'm everywhere the same. I'm always living my own truth. I'm same to you. I'm same to my husband. I'm same to my mother. I'm same to my clients. I'm same to everyone. I'm always the same. I have no contradictory things. What I set myself to do, I know this is where I'm going, and then I keep on showing up, because consistency is faith. I am recording this video because I have faith in me. I have faith. I know where I'm going. And those are just, I'm filling up the necessary step until I get to here. I know who is my here, and that who my audience is, and how big of the audience I want to help with my unique journey, with my unique teachings, with my unique life mastery. I know exactly, and I'm just filling up the gap. I'm just doing the necessary steps, showing up, building my faith until the full-blown manifestation. There is no reason for any of the things that you want not to manifest. Another thing, what is really important, is to select the thing that you you have to pin down the thing that is surely not done from your ego, for your ego. So this thing that you're gonna pick up is gonna be destined to manifest if you are doing it for you and for that other person, or that higher goal. It's not about I'm doing this thing so that such and such can be proud of me, so that such and such can envy me or whatever. You have to do this for your own reason. You doing it for you because you really love to do this, and no one else is important. And it's if you want to create successful business, you have to be extra focus on that other person, that why you are doing this thing. It's not about the money again. It's about you helping that little guy. It's about you putting that your cream on someone else's face, so they're also gonna look beautiful like you do, for example, right? And so it's really important that you select the things that are not from your ego, because if it's from the ego, it's a false self. Even if you really by some chance manage to manifest it, that is not going to last. It's just not, because it's not that magnetic that is going to hold it, right? Where when you find your own truth, when you find this next thing, that thing is you. It's going to vibrate all the time. It's going to draw all the things, people, places to you, you name it. For the selecting to the, if there is a deadline, maybe even better, if there is a deadline, I don't like that word, but for example, something needs to be done by a certain time, like not because you made it up, but because this is the next logical, it will really need to happen this time, whatever, you use your conscious capabilities to actually explain yourself why this needs to be happen until this day, and you having the deadline is actually a good thing. It's actually what is going to help manifest, for you to get really focused, and like it's just going to be done. It's just going to be done. When I'm saying this, I remember one of the things, like in a physical reality, when I just mentioned now my cruise ships, and we were years in a for a couple of months in a dry dock in Boston, I remember, and the whole ship was in a renovation mode and whatever, and there is a sale, the cruise is sold like from tomorrow morning, the embarkation is happening, the ship is gonna be full. Night before, the whole ship looks like shit. Everything everywhere, all hands on the deck. Everyone is cleaning, everyone is, everything everywhere, the nylons, all you name it. And we are like, oh my God, this is like no way that is ever gonna be done. In the morning, these cruises that they are scheduled ahead of time, for a couple of years. They know exactly where they're gonna be, and people book those cruises long before, especially where I used to work on a 6 star cruise line. So they're very expensive, and that's why they are booked in advance. And I remember morning tomorrow, like its embarkation, guests are coming, like never, like that scene, all those scenes, from the month before and a night before, like everything was perfect. Like you wouldn't say that yesterday it was a whole mess. Oh my God. And everything was brand new, everything was tied up. Like you wouldn't tell that, couple of hours before that embarkation, everyone was stressing out, is this ever gonna be done? And and we just started cruising. I will never remember that. And it was only because of that deadline. If it wasn't not that deadline, that work would probably go on for a couple of weeks, because it was a really big job, and like it looks like Mission Impossible. But everything actually was done to the perfection, because don't forget, I was working on a 6 star cruise line, so there was no joke about that. So it's all about you getting on board with your conscious mind. It's not about you lying to yourself. It's not about wanting to manifest something that's of your ego, but that's so far away that no way you're gonna be able ever to to get this happen, because it's so far away from you, and it's gonna keep staying far away from you. And and also, really justifying yourself why you really need these things, why this is really nice, a logical step, and then get excited about it. And, because this really needs to excite you, to get you in that ecstasy state. That's what we are talking about. And that's for, how many times that you manifest it out of the pressure or whatever, but, how much more it would be even easier if you manifest out of the ecstasy, and the thing that you're like, oh my God, like when you are a little kid, you cannot wait for Christmas or whatever, so how can you what is that next thing that gets you into ecstasy state? Really, guys, if you ever been on ecstasy or whatever, right? I'm sure you did. So eyes right open, so present, so mind is buzzing with vastness and God mighty presence. That's like, you're like, oh my God, and then just Googling that thing and Googling that thing, and and what's going to be after that? Oh my God, if I get all this, oh, what will I do then? And this, and putting all ducks in a row as it already happens, as you're thinking from that place. So whatever brings you that kind of excitement, and it's the next logical step of all that you figured it out, it's all going in a line with where are you going, and this is the next logical thing. There is no way this thing's not going to manifest, and because everything's going to go in a cycles, but because your cycle is so stretched out, by the day 3 you already forgot it, because like it's never going to happen anyways. On the first fall you go back to the zero, and then you start again, and then you just lose your thing, and this is why you keep on underperforming. it's also a good idea that you establish, something that you're gonna do every day, to remind yourself. Are you gonna watch something? Are you gonna listen to something? How can you, for example, boost this faith? What is the material that you need to read to remind yourself of the God essence that you are? Constantly feeding your mind, because you have to understand, you have to shift the place in consciousness, and that's not going to be done by affirmations, or like deprogramming your mind, listening to a YouTube whatever, or meditation. That's never going to happen. It has to be juiced up, and really excited, and and believing it with all of your being. The faith is what is going to manifest it, as I explained in the video that you want to see. Okay. And then seeing all of it from that place. Okay. So, as I said in a previous video, we all know, the God wins on the end, and what is the end of your story? When does your story end? How your story ends? You are the script writer. You are the powerful, brave motherfucker that came here to do these things, and all you have to do is really use your conscious mind. Conscious mind. Don't allow different meditations, whatever that is there for you, to actually program beats and all these things. Everything that is artificial, guys, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Nice and shiny apps you put and you meditate and you program. No. This is the upside down world still, where everything is designed to take power away from you. So either they're taking power away of you, or you are also, giving your power away willingly. Create your own chance, allow your body, like what I've created with my ball for me specifically, my specific things, that's something that my pawn group are gonna be able, for as long as I'm going to be able to do it, to actually do the custom made for them, the things that they want to specifically to manifest for me to chant and do with this ball, so they can actually get in this frequency that we know that is legit, that is not tainted, whatever, and with my voice, with my frequency, with my expertise, right, to chant those words. And what I noticed in just couple of days, I'm sitting here and doing my thing, and and that sound, and that my 6 trillion cells are chanting that thing. I am fate. Like, I'm like, wow. Same as when some song stuck in your head, and you're what are you manifesting? It's playing on autopilot, and it just takes a little bit of these kind of things, and in conscious and reading, and also keeping yourself up in this faith, and actually operating your day-to-day life from that place. You're already that person, and you have to have this next step. Okay. So, right, answer to yourself, why do you need this right now? Really sit down and to communicate with your conscious mind, putting it all, because your conscious mind wants to understand. Your conscious mind cannot be lied to. This is why I say affirmations, they don't work. You have to put everything in a reason. And listen, the conscious mind is so smart, it's going to justify whatever you want it to justify. I always, when I coach people, I say, listen, your conscious mind is so powerful that if you need to justify yourself why it's really a good idea for you to eat a dog shit, your conscious mind is going to find you all the reasons to justify it for you. To tell you all the if you want this to be so, it's going to tell you all the reasons why this is a really good idea for you to eat the dog shit. That's how brilliant mind is. When you're using this tool only wants to be entertained. This tool wants to do its purpose. It's genius tool, and you lying to it, it's never gonna work. You going to the la la lands, avoiding your life, going for a drugs, going for gossip, going for outside, running out of yourself, suppressing, pushing, avoiding, you name it, it's never going to work. You have to work with your conscious mind, because God is conscious mind. Everything happens in a conscious mind. Once the new awareness is in a conscious mind, then the conscious mind presses upon the subconscious mind, and then voila, everything manifests. Okay? And you have to hold it. This is why you need something very exciting, something that is really exciting you. Something that you're going to have this belief. Those are the things that are going to manifest in no time. You saw me recently when because I know where I'm going. For me, it was easy to collapse this timeline and to got that video for 1.5 million views. Because I specifically asked for it, I got it. And the next minute it was viral. Next minute. Because it's, for me, that's logical, because I know where I'm going, and all my journey is leading to there. And so now, what is my next step? You're gonna see, in some other form. I'm doing something that you're not gonna be aware yet, but it's done as we talk right now. So let me just see anything else that I wanted to share with you. So, right, make sure it's not ego. That is not ego. The other thing is, say to no one. Okay, say to no one, because if you are sharing, then you're just gonna split that energy. You want, to behave like a pregnant mother that has her child. She's not exposing her child to everyone, whatever, but she just has a faith. She knows that, this child is gonna be birthed. There is no doubt about it, and you keep it in a secret, because, a couple of things happen when you share. I don't want to get into it here. And it's all about, how much more intensity, how much more consciously aware can you be of that thing, working from that thing, actually finding out what is that one thing that absolutely excites you. So, and don't say to anyone until it's in your possession. Okay? And, paint it all like really, that the trick is to fully use the conscious mind, to use the power of the conscious mind to justify to yourself why you this need, why this is so logical, why this is the next step, why, whatever. And then you get excited about it. And then you start showing up every day. There is no way that this is not going to happen for you. Okay? So, this is my 7 stars, and I'm all about the life mastery. I'm only doing this because, all about these manifestations is because I want to get you inspired to, start really doing the work on yourself, to see how rewarding it is when you heal yourself, because one of those things is, you actually being able to manifest things, to stay on this faith level, for your life to create the life that you're gonna actually be proud of. That's kind of the thing, you doing things for you doing things, the right things for you, and it's all about, what are you doing when no one is watching, living your life for you, doing the thing because you love to do this thing, and this is the fastest, quickest way that you're gonna get to the next stage, and because like everyone, you know, you really want to live the life worth living, and only you can give it to yourself. No one else is gonna do this for you. You own it to yourself, you know. And you know, I'm gonna do my best in years to come to make this work, this life mastery, sexy, attractive to people, so they're gonna, so that you can start, you know, really digging inside of it, because you're absolutely amazing. You absolutely have all the tools, all the potential that you need in order to live exciting, rewarding, most loving, most best life of your life, you know. And best life of your life, you know, the life of your dreams. Don't allow your life to be, you know, just a dream and always something somewhere in a future, but get cracking. You know, get cracking, and you know, figuring it out. Who are you? What are you doing? Where are you going? Nothing is ever gonna change unless you know, put your ducks in a row. And there is no better time than now. We are on the beginning on a whole new era, you know, and this Aquarius, and it's absolutely amazing, mind-blowing, so rewarding. So I invite you to, you know, to get on a journey with me, because I'm gonna take you for a massive journey this year. So make sure that you're subscribed to this channel if you resonate with me. It really helps my channel. If you like, if you leave your comment to see how is this resonating. Have you found that another thing, that next exciting thing that's gonna make you ecstatic, you know, so that you really gonna like get up in the morning and do your thing, going into the bed and thinking about that thing. And you know, test how fast, it's not if this thing will come, but test how fast can it come. How about that? You know, and and join the Healing Pond group of my cool kids and you know, potentially enjoy getting yourself a recorded track with me, with my special Egyptian ball. So I love you guys. This was my 7 stars. I'm all about the life mastery. Check the links in the description and get busy with your life. There is nothing better that you can do while you are here on earth. Nothing that is gonna give you more rewards, but this work on yourself. Um, don't be selfish with yourself, but give to yourself everything that you deserve, because you surely can have it. Okay, guys, I love you, and I'm gonna see you in my next video.